Hey, so this is a sample of how your weekly reflection could go if you wanted to video record it. Um, you could also write it this way. It's supposed to be entirely informal and it's really just about you. My weekly reflection for this week is more about teaching than writing. I do have some writing projects that I'm working on. My goal is to write 500 words a day. I haven't been meeting that this week. It's been the beginning of the semester is always the hardest. So instead of 500 words a day, I think I got like 500 words this week. So definitely I need to work on that. And mostly for me, that is about getting more schoolwork done at night so that I have my morning time to write instead of sort of scrambling in the morning to get school stuff done. But I just have to get back in that schedule again, and that's fine. In terms of the class, I'm really happy. I think that actually all of my classes have great compositions this semester, and that means a lot. The students who are in a class can make or break a class. It really does depend on the community of people in that room and the kind of community that they decide to create. So far that seems really good. Everyone is interacting well, and I understand every semester I understand that there are shy people. I was one of those people, believe it or not, in all kinds of ways. I was very quiet, and I still am in a lot of social situations, but learning situations are different to me because I really came to learn and how much value there is in learning from my peers. I was never a lecture person. I didn't learn well. I never learned well just listening to people talk. So I was never great at lectures. I learned a lot from reading. So I used to go to my professors in lecture classes and ask if I could just read the textbook and show up for exams. And that rarely did they say that was okay. Usually they were not okay with that. But it was always worth asking. Anyway, so I really came to value my opportunities in my junior and senior year and in graduate school to take smaller classes with smaller numbers of people in them and to really talk to them and have conversations and sometimes debates, to hear what they said and think about how that influenced what I was thinking, because people came from very different backgrounds. I was a first generation college student, first generation grad student, all of those things. And so at first, school was really intimidating to me. I came from a very poor rural area of East Tennessee, outside of Knoxville, mostly just farmland, and very few people where I'm from went to college. So it was, the idea of even being there was really intimidating at first. And then I learned that actually, because of where I was from and because of my experiences, I knew things that other people didn't, right? I had knowledge from my own background to contribute. And maybe it wasn't always like school knowledge in the way that we think of it, but it was something and it mattered, and really helped me develop my ideas over time. So I try to bring that to the classroom, and I encourage my students to do the same thing. I think that it's important that when you're making a community like this, it requires the contributions of everyone to be as fulfilling as it possibly can be. And so far, I think we're doing well. It takes some time for people to get to know each other and start to feel comfortable in that way. I think that really improves after we have our library day and we start really working together to produce something, right? It's like right now we're all kind of learning and we're all kind of talking, we're all meeting each other. But once we start to work together to help each other make stuff, I think that's a really critical shift for a class. So I'm looking forward to that. And I'm really looking forward to a long weekend. I think that will be lovely and I could use some extra sleep.